Hi guys!
So it's Amanda
And Jason.
and we're here with the Travel Jar.
So today we're going to be talking about the New York City Lantern Festival, or
The New York City Winter Lantern Festival.
we're going to start off with what it is, and then we're going to go into our thoughts on it, going into it, and what we kind of took out of it.
Perfect, so let's jump in. Okay, so the New York City Lantern Festival is basically this huge festival that takes place in Staten Island, and it's just hundreds of displays of these big lights, and it's not necessarily Christmas themed at all, but they have cultural performances every hour, and then you actually walk through, and that's supposed to take around an hour. And yeah, basically I just really wanted to see Christmas lights. Lanterns work too. They were probably a lot cooler than just Christmas lights. Basically that different areas as you go on move into different themes. Okay, so we're briefly gonna go over our thoughts from before we attended the event. My personal thoughts were, I happened to find this on Groupon, thought it was a Christmas light thing, so got really excited. The tickets weren't that expensive with the Groupon, and it was Christmas lights, so I was so excited. I have been working non-stop, I feel like, and with school and stuff, I just haven't been able to get into the Christmas spirit, so I figured this was the perfect way. Other than that, didn't look into it that much, didn't know that much about it, so I didn't really have expectations.
Neither did I. When she first mentioned it, I was like, oh, it looks interesting, but nothing really like, I just didn't want to go to New York City because I don't like driving through New York City. But other than that, I didn't really have any expectations.
Also, for the record, originally just me and Jason were gonna go, and then my whole family ended up going, so he did think he was gonna have to drive, but that ended up not being the case. It was really fun. It was really interesting to see, and we had a good time.
Had some dumplings. They were delicious.
Oh my gosh, you'll see, but we had such good dumplings.
This is good. We'll see what happens.
Oh, I love this song. All the displays were very beautiful, they were very bright, and the only thing I would say that was upsetting was other people, but you can't really get around that. But luckily in the really big photo op places, like the tunnels that you'll see, people stopped, made everyone stop a lot. So there was a lot of different opportunities for us to take a picture, which we can also insert here.
I completely forgot to film a transition for the B-roll, so just enjoy.
into our final thoughts. Okay, so let's talk about our actual experience.
When we got there, the parking situation was not great. We were driving, there was a little section where we thought we were supposed to enter, and there was some police officers there, and they were like, yeah, wave us through.
Jason forgot to mention we had VIP parking. So if you didn't, then you were parking on the street all around, and that was hectic. Police were trying to guide, but they didn't know where we were supposed to be going. No one knew where we were supposed to be going. So I just want to preface the rest of what he's going to say with that.
So we were supposed to go, or we thought we were supposed to go into the gate, as did the police officers. But when we got to that gate, they said, no, go around to the other side. And that was where we had just been. There was just no signage for VIP parking until the gate, like until you were there. There was no signage. So it was just not great to find it at all.
So we finally get there and we park and it's fine. So we continue on, we go past the ticket booth because we already have tickets. And we're in this big crowd waiting just to go in. And eventually they open the gates. They let us in a bit, and then they don't open the main gates though, so we're all just kind of
we got so excited and then
forward.
We just stopped. But I mean, it was still nice to sit in that little entryway because there was still lanterns in there and it was nice to look at. But
in general thoughts, I think that the lantern displays were very well put together. I think the food was, from what we had, delicious. It was, I think, a little more expensive than if we were somewhere else, but that's kind of to be expected because
Yeah.
it's the only place you could get food at this.
But it wasn't
area.
too bad. It was
$9 for 6 dumplings.
yeah. So it wasn't overpriced. I mean, it was a little expensive, but not like outrageous.
The performance, we actually didn't get to stay for it because we didn't know when it was happening, but I'm sure that was a really fun and interesting experience, and I wish we did get to do that. Another thing I heard about this festival is that it doesn't change. They don't get new displays and stuff every single year. I may be wrong, but that's what we heard. This year was a new display, so people were very excited about it, but it's not every single year.
So it cost $25 for general admission. I think it was $20 for us because we're students. I think that price is a good price point. It was a massive festival, and there's lots of lanterns to look at and lots of things you can do in there. So I think that is like perfectly fine for the price for it.
I think I agree. In general, I think 25 is a good amount. And then a little extra for food. I think overall it was a good time. Yeah, it was worth it. I would suggest people to go. But other than that, I would like to try and go at a later time in the future, and maybe next year when we can go to that open bar. And we'll be able to give you a better idea of if that's worth it or not.
A more well-rounded review.
All the 5 of us shared our 2 dumpling orders, so we did it more as like an appetizer or a late snack. But I think that you definitely could get a full dinner's worth.
Definitely.
Maybe not the healthiest dinner, but a dinner's worth at this festival, so you don't need to have an extra stop also, but we live far away, so we needed that extra stop. Okay guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. If you want to know more about our thoughts on this Lantern Festival, be sure to leave a comment below. And we will be back soon. We're finally getting back into editing, but we're gonna go over all our adventures from Europe when we studied abroad. Also, we're about to go skiing for the holiday season, and I just got a new GoPro. So we'll post a video, I'm sure, of that as well.
If you'd like to see more from us, subscribe to us and stay tuned because there will be more to come. Also, leave a like on this video if you liked it and enjoyed it.
Just leave a comment if you feel like leaving a comment. We want to see them and we want to answer them. Have a good holiday season. I hope you enjoyed. Cheers to the end of 2019. Hopefully it was a good year for you.
To 2020.
who sings all our pretty songs and he likes to sing along.